Hi everyone! Today I'm really excited to share my thoughts on the Neo65 CU. So this is the second release from the Neo CU line. This model comes in both 65 and 60% layouts, so you can choose according to your preferences. I chose the 65, and now first let's talk about the outer appearance. So as you can see, this has a very thin and narrow frame. It's kind of reminiscent of the Neo65 from the core series. The smooth anodization paired with this beautiful vibrant teal color really catches the eye. So there are other color options such as purple, burgundy, navy, black, gray, silver, and gray gold, but I personally believe that the teal is the standout color in this release. One notable design element is the use of lines on the side, which beautifully accentuates that copper base. So let's take a look here. You can kind of see that there's a line on the side, and it separates the copper and the teal. Speaking of the base, you have the choice of either copper or brass similar to the Neo65 CU. I chose copper for my build. And there's a nice slant here on the bottom, so it gives it a sleeker profile so it doesn't seem very blocky or chunky. It's kind of deceiving because this board weighs around 2.8 kg after assembly, making it far from lightweight and sleek. So on the underside, there's a stunning PVD weight. I got the PVD weight in Dusk, and I think it looks so stunning, and it adds just the right amount of personality to the board. You can see that the logo is in the center and there are bits of teal on it, and the foot pads come in black or gray. I personally really love how they focused on trying to add more dimension to the series, so on the entire board you can see a very nice subtle use of lines. That's it for the outer appearance. Now let's take a look at the inside. So unlike the previous Neo boards, this one is secured with screws on the top frames instead of the quick release mechanism. So to open it up, you have to take off those keycaps and just unscrew it. Just remember that these are star-shaped screws. And when you're done unscrewing, you just open up the top frame like so, and you can see the little points where the screws would usually go in. The Neo65 CU comes with either gasket mount on these points, or you can do isolated top mount on these points. As for plate materials, you can choose from either aluminum, PP, or carbon fiber. Since I was going for a foamless build, I decided to go with aluminum. The PCB is 1.6 mm thick, so it seems like the overall design is geared towards a foamless configuration. The kit also comes with PCB stabs. They only required a little bit of tuning and lubing. The bottom shell has been specially designed so that it would sit flush with the PCB, minimizing any hollowness, which you can really hear when you're typing on the spacebar. This is also using magnetic connectors, so it makes assembling super easy and quick. To put it back together, you just need to rest it on top and make sure the gaskets are facing the correct way. And then you put the top frame back on, and all you need to do now is put these screws back into those little holes. Just like this, the board is back together. So in summary, the Neo65 CU is a beautiful board that surprisingly packs a lot of weight for a 65% layout. It's my favorite foamless board so far, and the sound of the spacebar is just fantastic. Assembly was really straightforward and only took about half an hour. I do appreciate the use of screws instead of quick release. It gets rid of that risk of accidentally opening the entire board when you're picking it up. I had this problem a few times with the Neo65 CU, so let me just show you. Sometimes if you pick it up from the bottom, the whole thing just kind of dislodges really easily. But for this one, when you pick it up, nothing happens. And you can see that because of the quick release connector in the 75 CU, it does have a thicker bezel than the 65 CU. I do appreciate the thinner, sleeker appearance. I think that it's really classic and just looks really nice and simple. Overall, this is a great board and it's definitely something worth considering if you're looking for a 65. I love how the spacebar and everything sounds, and this is great especially if you want to play around with foamless configs. So that's all I have to say about the Neo65 CU. Let me know what you think, and thank you for watching. Without further ado, here is the sound test.